Hey you guys, I'm here to give you my Vikings, season 4, episode 5 review entitled Promise. Now this is going to be part 1 of, of a part 2, review of this episode. So yeah, let's go. So pretty much the episode begins with like training her shield maidens. You have Erlander testing out the range of his Frankish bow on Calf. And after that, you have Erlander said that he's improved the range by a great deal, over the 3 to 4 years since the siege. They talk about Bjorn saying that most likely he killed the berserker, and that Cal considered that to be very unfortunate. Erlander's like, nah, it's all right, dude. I have Torvi over there, and she gonna tell me anything that I need to know. And if she doesn't, I'll just kill her son because she knows I'll do it. So yeah, they're talking about it. Lagda is training her shield maidens, but she overhears what they're talking about, or at least knowing that they're talking about something. So she comes over and asks what's happening, what they're talking about, and Erlander leaves. During this, Lagda lets Calf know that she's a child, and that, you know, that's very recent, pretty much. And Kyle's all excited, and he's all saying, I knew we were fated to be together. Lagda married me. And Lagda seems hesitant about it, and she's like, I'm sorry. He's like, don't be sorry, don't ever be sorry. Just say yes, So the next scene, you have Ragnar, and Bjorn. And they're talking about King Fine here. Both of them don't trust the motherfucker. Can't blame them. Never trust a motherfucker that's polite, calm, and smiles all the fucking time. But yeah, so they're talking about, I believe, parenthood or something along them links. And Bjorn says something around like, you tell me, you made me leave, says something about, you try to make me leave my mother. And Ragnar's like, nah, last time I remember, Bjorn, you left me, and your mother left me. And that is the truth, and that's actually how it went down. So you have like a tense moment right there, and then Ragnar's like, it's very difficult to be both a father and a husband, and that he failed at both, or maybe he failed at both. And then he's like, he said he knows he definitely failed, as a husband. And they both kind of laugh at that. So pretty much after that, you have Bjorn confront King Firehair saying, how many boats do you have, and how many men? King Firehair's like, I have about 20 boats, 600 men. They should be coming here soon, even though it's a small kingdom for now. So Bjorn's wondering, okay, who's leading this? He's like, King Fire's like, well, my younger brother, He's like, well, is he like you? Bjorn asks. He's like, nah, while he's messing with his hair. He's much worse, much worse, So Bjorn's like, you are an ambitious man, you know what I mean? And then King Firehair's like, yes, I am. What else is there? He said, what other purpose is there? Bjorn Ironside. Look at your father, Then Bjorn's like, just because you're ambitious, doesn't mean it's going to make your small kingdom any bigger, And then he laughed, it was just a funny thing. I would just watch it. It was just like hilarious. And then it's funny right after that, you have Ragnar literally having the oar at this point now between his balls and just scrubbing it away. I thought it was some type of symbol like saying, you know what? I got the big around here, motherfucker, So the next scene you have Rollo talking with Count Odo about Paris defenses just in case the Vikings come back, or when they do come back. Count Odo saying that the defenses are being worked on as of now, and pretty much Rollo lets them know, listen, my people, for every obstacle you put in front of them, for any obstacle you put in front of them, they take it as a something to be overcome. They do not quit easily. And he says pretty much when they come, we have to fight to the death for Paris, and that when my brother Ragnar returns, everything will be answered here. And then Count Odo leaves off after that. So the next scene, you have Rollo and Gisla in bed, and Rollo saying he can't wait to, have for his northern lands and make his own court. And Gisla saying that Count Odo, as of now, has the most influence to in regards to her father or whatever. He'll listen to him more at this point in time. And she says she doesn't like Count Odo, even though he's he is her father's protector. She hopes he kind of just dies, because she knows once he dies, Rolo will rise up in the court. And Rolo's like, only a coward stabs a man, behind his back. And Giza's like, well, you sound like a Viking now. She says, you understand, this is Frankish politics. You have much to learn, my sweet, and all that shit while she feeds him. So, yeah. And then pretty much in this part 1 review, we are back in Wessex. You have Egbert saying that he has thought about it and feels as though it's better for Wessex and Northumbria to invade. And Queen K just looking at Ethelwulf like with annoyance, like saying, didn't I just say this for the past 2 fucking episodes? So yeah, they're talking. I think one of the soldiers that pretty much told Egbert and Ethelwulf about the royal W, pretty much, was summoned. Queen K interrupts him, saying, I'll let you know what about W. Every royal person in Mercia always has the first letter of their name. I mean, pretty much their name is pretty much the first letter or something like along them lines. The W stands for Wixton. Winston's pretty much of royal blood, and he's one of the most powerful warlords in Mercia. And King Anne was like, can we trust him? She's like, no, my lord, we cannot trust him. She said, we must invade that war-raped land. And Ethelwulf was laughing, at that comment. Because him and her was clearly vibing and has something going on. And you have Egbert and Judith look at each other too. So yeah. And another part about this episode that was interesting, we have Aethelwulf, who seems, I swear to God, every season does this. This dude, since season 2, is pretty much punishing himself, made for his egregious sin of cheating on his wife, whatever. So he says, wife, come to bed. And Judith's like, nah, I don't feel like coming to bed, nigga. You know what I mean? He's all like, come to bed. And Judith's like, nah, I don't feel like, I don't want to. Then you have him say that you are my father's whore, Then you see him just push her with ferocity against the wall, and he's trying to punch her, but he holds back. She's like, you know what? We're only wife and husband in name, pretty much in name only. I'm free, and so are you, And with that, the dude is like obviously hurt about the fact that his wife not only had a child with someone else, rest in peace, Athelstan, but now screwing his own father, It's like, come on. Like, I feel bad for him, really, And he leaves. He knows when he leaves, he has so much blood on his back. He's like, damn, this dude really went at it. He really was punishing himself, literally and figuratively, So you have Judith go to Egbert, telling him that, Aethelwulf called her a whore, and she's like, yeah, that's true, but I choose to be your whore, Egbert. And I'm just like, I get tired of that freely shit. I was getting angry with this shit. Anyways, Egbert shows her the ring that he gave Ethelwulf's mother, aka his wife, that she apparently died in childbirth, and that because of that, he vowed never to marry again, but he wants Judith to have it, which is yet another sign of disrespect, man. It's like, come on, Egbert. First, your son knows you're fucking his wife, and now you're going to try to give his wife his dead mother's ring. It's like, come on. Egbert, I just hope at some point Ethel just punches the dude in the face. I really hope he just does it. Just do it. His father's crossed the line too many times. But yeah, that's all I have for part 1 of my season 4, episode 5, review of Vikings entitled Promised. So yeah, I'll have part 2 in a little bit.